Everybody, I'm Brian, we're GreenGoose, and we're back. Many of you might have seen us here about 2 years ago. We were on stage. We had some little wireless sticker sensors that went on things like toothbrushes and medicine bottles. We actually won the Best of Demo Pit Award. We had a blast. But, you know, we just weren't quite able to figure out the product market fit for behavior change. And so we learned a lot, and one of the biggest takeaways is that kids just didn't like brushing their teeth. They didn't like taking their medicine. But they do like playing with their toys, and they love playing with apps on iPhones. And so that's exactly what we're doing today. GreenGoose is creating magical toys. Toys from our generation, the ones that we grew up, except that now we take our sensor technology and enable those toys to talk to iPhones and iPads. So let's go ahead and create some magic here up on stage. I apologize for a few tech glitches, but let's go ahead and turn this lamp on right over here with a magic wand. And this magic wand has got our technology into it. I'm going to say a couple spells. Goat, zip, lamp. Goat, zip, lamp. Hey! So let's cast another spell. I was going to create a little smoke here, but little Bluetooth problems on our iPhone. What I am actually going to do for you here at Launch Conference today, with this magic wand, I am going to turn a live rabbit into a frog on stage. So, without further ado, here's our little bunny rabbit, right? We're going to cast a spell and turn Bunny into a frog.
I had no idea this was going to happen if this goes poorly.
Oops. Ribbit, Robin, Bunny. Ooh, I think we need to reset it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, the poor bunny.
Ribbit, Robin, Bunny. Ribbit, Robin, Bunny. One more time.
That's a real rabbit. Oh my. That's a real
Oh. Okay, Bunny, I'm going to set you down.
rabbit.
He's okay.
Oh, he's got a really nice paw caught in his collar.
Ribbit. Oop. Ribbit, Robin, Bunny. Oop. Well, let's try once more here.
What the hell is it supposed to do?
Well, we got the fogger. Do the fogger. Don't kill the bunny.
Okay, so boom, bop, smoke. No, the fogger isn't going that time.
Okay.
All right, so let's
hear
move
it.
along here. So anyway, the idea is that we're taking a magical wand that we're bringing out to stage here. It's got a gyroscope and an accelerometer in it. And we're using this as a magical metaphor to work with lots of different apps. But let's move around and create a little more magic here. One of the things we learned from GreenGoose 1.0 is to start simple, get something out there and bring revenue in the door. And so I'd like to introduce to you and everybody here today, Tedo the teddy bear. And what's that? Okay. If we could go to the Elmo here at this point. On stage. AV guys?
There you go.
We'll turn that off here. We got smoke. All right. So here's Tedo, and Tedo's pretty special.
Tyler, too loud. Okay, good.
All right. Tedo's pretty special because you and we just see a little teddy bear here, right? It's polyester, it's stuffing, but all the children know that Tedo inside has actually got dreams, and we're going to show those dreams, and we're going to start by putting some clothes on Tedo because the clothes have RFID sensors inside of them, and they detected that inside the bear. So now when I move the bear and jump around with the bear, he's in a dreamland. And kids can now interact with real toys again. And so let's go ahead and let's go into the Olympics. And kids have to jump around the toys and jump over the different hurdles. And if they hit the hurdles, they run into them. But now he's back in dreamland again here, and we can go around, and let's go into another dream scene. Let's go to outer space. And so kids are jumping around like this. They have to catch the stars, and if they catch the bad stars, then Tedo wakes up again. So this is getting kids now playing with real toys again, playing together and opening up a brand new type of play dynamics. So let's go see if we can find one more scene, and then I'll wrap it up. Let's go see. Now he's in a circus. So if you actually watch, I've got a little gyroscope inside, and as I move the teddy bear, he's got to go through the hoops, or else he crashes. So anyway, thanks everybody. Tedo is now for sale. He's $19. We're opening up a toy store of all kinds of different connected toys. I want to do a quick call out. If there are app developers out there, we can create plush toys with our sensor module and an SDK that represent your characters and your apps, and now you have a Wii controller essentially for your apps. And then finally, of course, we're raising money, but I'm wanting to do a call out here. We're looking for awesome people to work with that love families and kids, and I'm really looking to help build a team. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. All right, great recovery, great recovery. Mark, I saw you raise your hand. No bunnies were hurt in this presentation. The bunny's okay.
Bunny's doing okay.
The bunny's okay.
Do you remember an old show called The Gong Show?
Yes.
I was wishing I had the gong back here.
Well, we're fans of entrepreneurs, and I know Brian worked really hard. So
no, I really, that was odd. That was really one of the strangest things I've seen. I mean, I
yep.
didn't get it at all.
You know, and that's exactly what it takes to build a toy store.
Great. So have at it.
Okay, more feedback. Robert, you saw GreenGoose 2 years ago and the sensor technology, I believe?
Yeah, the problem is this demo went south, and it's hard mentally to get back into it after it goes south. I was watching the rabbit and thinking you were going to step on the rabbit. I'm like, oh my, there's going to be a disaster here. PETA's going to sue us all or something. You know? But ignoring that and trying to, there's something here, and parents want their kids to be more active. I think this is why the Wii sold so well. At Microsoft, we saw that in the research data we were doing. I'm struggling with getting through this demo and getting to the product.
Bluetooth is hard. It's Bluetooth 4.0. It's the brand new stuff that's coming out, and we had multiple devices. We knew it was a risk, but it was kind of fun to try.
Yeah, and I'll take responsibility. I knew that there was, you know, this could go this way, and I should have told Brian to wait maybe till next year. But I said go for it, and I knew there was a 50% chance of this, so I'm going to take responsibility.
Hey, we took a risk. And
yeah, I took the risk.
That's what you got to do. You
Greg,
know,
what do you think?
You got, as an entrepreneur, like you said, swing for the fence, right?
So I remember seeing GreenGoose 2 years ago, and I was really excited about it. So what happened with that, and what made you choose to go in this direction?
You know, as I mentioned, we tried a couple different things. We put it out there, and people just didn't get excited about it. Customers didn't, adopt it and pick it up. And what was really in our heart was to go do something that people absolutely loved and found delightful. And I think that's really toys. And
but didn't you sell out of the initial runs of the toothbrush and stuff like that?
Yeah, we put them out there, but they just didn't. I mean, we didn't get enough volume of sales on that for make it worth it. And we had this big idea of gamifying real life and trying to get people to do the things that they didn't want to do by making them fun, and they just inherently weren't fun. So let's start with toys, and we can still get back to some of those things eventually.
What's interesting is when we saw Oobly, you must have noticed this, one of the modules in the Oobly was brush your teeth music and trying to, so they're taking another stab at it, and so that's sort of entrepreneurship, I guess.
But they're starting with a toy.
Right.
And that's now what our learning was, is that let's go back to start with toys, then we can come back into the learning if that's the way we want to go.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Andy, any thoughts?
Yeah, I was here 2 years ago as well, and it was a classic cool tech solution looking for a problem. What are they going to do with it? And it seems like you're still taking it from that approach where there's a lot of stabs in the dark here, which it can work, but it's definitely a lot more time consuming, a lot more expensive, and I it just seems like this is one that's begging to get back to your customer and find out what is the problem you're trying to solve, and you're so tied to the technology right now that you're forcing yourself to make it work. And I don't need another Wii controller. I can throw it inside of a Bear or use it.
I will tell you, Chamath, during his talk yesterday said, when you're doing consumer, like you got that 1 in 100, if you hit it, boy, could it be amazing, right?
Sure.
And you didn't hit it with the toothbrushes, but I think there's something here when you were putting the outfit. The strongest part for me was when you put the outfit on the doll and it changed on screen. Sure. It was like sort of somewhere between a game and augmented reality. Yeah. And watching the Disney princess phenomenon, now that I have a 3-year-old daughter,
yep.
and hang out with Ariel and Belle and Pocahontas and Snow White, and I mean, I've hung out with more princesses in the last 3 months at Disney than I would care to admit. If you did that for Disney Princess, and you started putting outfits on each other and seeing it change on the iPhone
yeah.
or the iPad, and then being able to share it, this thing would explode. If you just made a prototype of that with whatever angel investment you have left, and took it to Disney, I think you sell it.
And there is something, I met an inventor in Sweden a couple of years ago, and he showed me, pieces that you could put on an iPad, and you figured out how to make it work, and it works, and he sold it to Disney, right? He wasn't the guy who brought it to market, but he came up with a concept that Disney said, man, that's cool, we're going to put that in a character that we've invested in, and we're going to put it on our store shelves, and it sold pretty well, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have
There's something there. Keep working at it.
Yeah. Great resilience. Great way to fight through the presentation. Let's
Great.
have a big round of
Thanks,
applause
everybody.
for entrepreneurial resilience. GreenGoose.